I want to shoot a video to talk about Playfield plastics. I'm making some from scratch. Reason being is just the way I laid out the playfield is kind of arbitrary, and I didn't basically have any plastics on hand that would have worked for what I was doing. So, everything was odd shaped in ways that I didn't want. So I just kind of built something from scratch. What I did was I had an old sheet of plexiglass laying around that I didn't really care about, a piece of plexi, and essentially went in and traced out the shape I needed on and cut it out on a bandsaw. Not perfect by any stretch of the means, but the thing I did want to do on it was just put a little demo, a little graphic on it, a little graphical image, just to see what it would look like. A lot of people use what they call water slide decals. They print on a sheet, use a printer, either like an inkjet or a laser. I don't know which one you use for them because I don't have any water slide decal sheets. And they'll take that and then they'll put it on the underside of the plastic, and then they have an image on it, and they can put like primer paint behind it or something to back it. So what I did was I just kind of improvised. I went out, and I've done this before. I went to my printer. I found an image that someplace online that I liked real quick, just something, printed it on a sheet of paper, and then cut that out to the shape I needed. Before I cut it out, essentially what I took was packing tape, clear packing tape. This is just kind of an old transfer technique that you do if you're messing around with craft type things. And I put the packing tape over the top of the image that I printed. And what I do is, after I've done that, I put it in a bucket or in a container of water, hot water, and let it set for about 3 or 4 to 5 minutes. And then you just kind of rub off the paper, and it'll leave the toner. You can't do it with an inkjet printer. You have to do it with a laser printer. For toner, it'll stick to the adhesive on the adhesive on the tape. And what you do then after that is you just kind of cut out the shape, and then if you let it dry, the adhesive will pretty much still be on the packing tape. If you need to, you can spray some like Super 77 tack on it or something like that. But then I put it on the underside of the Playfield plastic. And after that's done, once I've got the air bubbles out, then I just take some white primer in my case and put on it. All the above were, my primer was a little old, but and I didn't have anything here that I could easily spray it on with, so I used a brush. But what it ended up looking like when I was all set and done is here, and that's just, this is just makeshift. Again, it's not going to be great, and it's not going to be highly detailed or anything. It's got some detail to it, but overall, if you want to see how something looks, it does a pretty good job for that. If you buy the plastic, it's probably, buy a pre-made plastic, it's probably going to cost you $20, $30 someplace in that area. I don't know if how much you'd be technically saving with the amount of time you put in on it, but when you're just building something from, that you've just got ideas you're trying, this works pretty well. Again, I'll keep shooting little videos here as I go through things. Kind of bear with me. I'm dealing with some health problems recently here, so maybe a little slow with progress, but I'll keep things moving somehow or other. Hope you enjoyed that.